Hi everyone, I'm your host Diva Danielle, and this is Community Link AZ. Thank you for joining the show. This is the internet show that's a resource for you to people, products, and services in your own backyard you might not even know of. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. Each week, I'll introduce you to someone who is helping to make a positive difference in the community. We're going to have some fun, learn something new, and connect in a positive way. Let's start the show. And welcome to Community Link AZ. I'm your host, Diva Danielle. I got another fantastic episode for you. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, please hit the subscribe button. I don't want you to miss any episodes I have coming up. And also like my page on Facebook. It's under Community Link AZ. Today we're talking about dreams and making your dreams a reality, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Beverly Brown is someone in the community who we had the chance of meeting a few years ago. Our paths crossed. And we just had this mutual attraction toward one another and a friendship incurred, and we've been friends ever since. And as you can see, we think alike because we're both wearing black and we didn't even phone each other to say what you're wearing.
Did not. Just worked out.
It just worked out. Well, it's so nice to just finally catch up with you because you're such a busy woman and sit down and talk about your Dreamsteers Academy and how you're making people's dreams that they've been holding on to for fear of stepping out on their own. You're making their life a reality and they can step into the world as an entrepreneur and really help members in the community. So thank you for joining me on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. You know I'm always overjoyed to be anywhere in your presence, Stephen. I just love it. Thank you so much for having me here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about who you are first and foremost.
Okay.
So just share with people the work you do, your business that you own, and how you're helping to change people's lives.
Cool. Well, my name is, like she said, Beverly Brown. My company is Creative Consulting and Consumer Services, LLC. I do business as Creative Consulting Dreams Consulting Service. I also have a YouTube channel, which is called Creative Consulting Dreams Inspirational TV Talk Show. I'm an author. But my baby is Dreamsteers Academy, which is to help people uncover, discover, and develop what God has already placed in their hearts to do, like you said. People are just hiding, or I don't want to say hiding behind anything, but don't even know what it is or how they can bring their dream to fruition. So the Dreamsteers Academy is a 9-week course. That's done. You start with the 9 weeks and there's a graduation after that, and it's based on the book by the Dream Giver, which is by Bruce Wilkinson, and a lot of people don't know Bruce Wilkinson wrote The Prayer of Jabez. So it's a book that I based my curriculum on, and during a 9-week course, it's once a week, usually on Thursdays, and what it does in the interim is allow the person to have a voice. They sit there, we do a weekly curriculum, we do classes, we do the actual homework sheets that they have to do on a weekly basis, and it actually uncovers things that they already had inside of them. Because you find out that if you write things more, believe me, it interjects better when you put it on paper, and then you actually see it for yourself. Because that's the response I get. It's like, I never really knew that I felt this way about so many things, and they end up putting it on paper because it's set up that way to ask the questions that they need to help them uncover what's already inside of them.
Well, let's talk a little bit about why you started this, because there's so many avenues out there for people to become an entrepreneur. There's public speaking, there's workshops, but there's nothing quite like the Dreamsteers Academy. So tell me why you started it and what all is involved, because I want people to really understand the meat of the work you're doing to help these individuals see their dream and make it a reality.
And you're right, and thank you for asking that, because that's the other thing. First of all, what's a dreamsteerer? I always have to tell a person, because hey, this was something that God gave me as my dream. And a dreamsteerer is a person that steers you towards your God-given goals and dreams. Pretty much similar as a coach or consultant, but I guess I think I take it on a more spiritual level. And it's about the inner workings that are inside of you as far as your dreams are concerned. So when you brought that up about the academy, it goes way back. First of all, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, if anybody didn't know, which I'm sure a lot of people didn't know. But yes, I was there during the Katrina time. Yes, on the day of Katrina, I was in what I was already in a storm. mentally, spiritually, and Katrina just happened to hit that weekend. I ended up being swept to Cleveland, Ohio, of all places, which I never had any intentions of going.
But there was a reason.
That's what it is. And that's where I ended up birthing Dreamsteers Academy.
Right.
When I got there, it took about a year or so for me to get me together. And then God just spoke and says, okay, well, this is what I want you to do. So I started by consulting again, one-on-one.
Right.
And then I'm like, I need to be able to do this to a lot of people at one time. And that's where the Dreamsteers Academy came up. And the blessing was in Ohio, they welcomed me so well, and I love you, Ohio people. You know I do. You're my family. Shout out to you. They welcomed me, and they came to what I call a launch of myself.
Oh, okay.
And I launched myself as the Dreamsteer, and then about a month later, I says, okay, I'm gonna have an academy. It's like, well, what's an academy? Well, we'll see.
You just played it by ear.
And
You followed your dream in your heart, and you made it happen.
Yeah, and that was in 2011, and I ended up. 15 people ended up coming. 3 actually graduated, which was beautiful, and that's where it all started. Unfortunately, like you, 2011, I had breast cancer, so we know about the cancer deal. And then it happened again in 2013.
We are survivors, girl.
Ooh,
we are survivors.
Especially you. We can have a whole other segment on you. Oh my God.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the transition now, because we've all had a crazy year dealing with COVID and the pandemic, so it's affected your work, but you've been able to transition. I've seen some of the things you've done on social media to go virtual and still meet the needs of your clients who want to be a part of the Dreamsteers Academy. So how has the shift been, and what are you looking to do going forward in the new year?
Right, and that's the amazing thing, because I actually, when I finally got here, I ended up relaunching the Academy in 2017, 2018, and 2019, and I graduated 28 students total for that time, and then of course here comes 2020.
Right.
I was ready to launch in July, and it's like, no. Then August came, it's like, no. And then September was coming, I'm like, well, what I'm gonna do? And then just as fate was having, like I said, well, you have to listen to your experiences, go ahead, launch. And I said, even if it's for one person, I want 2020 to say that that was a year that I still managed to do my academy, besides the hardship and all of the problems that we were having, that were going on. So it was in my heart to say, I still got to do this. I still have to do it for 2020. And I did, and it was scary because nobody was signing up.
Right.
2 people actually showed up, and then a 3rd, and then a 4th, and then a 5th, and I was like, thank God. 5 people actually graduated this year. So that was amazing. You know, through COVID, through all of the arrests, through all of the things that are happening, the presidency, through the problems.
You did it though.
Still managed. They did it too, but thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
And hats off to these, you know, the ones that showed up for 2020. I mean, I have to commend them for stepping up and still coming through during such a tough time.
It is a tough time. But like anything, you have to persevere, you have to push forward, and you have to make things happen for yourself. I want people to be able to get a hold of you, Beverly, so they can take advantage. If they are thinking at home and they've had a dream, they've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, they want to go through a program and have some assistance with someone who understands and can get you to where you want to be, so 2021 can be a brighter year for you. Tell everyone where they can follow you on social media and how do they get a hold of you.
Okay, well, I'm on various parts of it. On Facebook, definitely, as my personal page is Beverly Brown. Please connect with me there. Dreamsteers Academy is also on Facebook, and my Creative Consulting Dreams is also on my Facebook business page as well. My website that we'll list, which is creativeconsultingdreams.com, which I'm right now renovating at this moment, so if anybody don't try it this month. But it is the website, creativeconsultingdreams.com, and all I want to be able to tell everybody, look for some brand new things that's going to be happening in 2021. I'm really getting a whole lot of wonderful things and thoughts coming into my mind to try to revamp what's going on, to get people restarted for 21, because 2020 has been such a horrific year, mentally, spiritually, physically. The people that have lost people, it's just been hard, and it's hard to look forward when you don't know what's going to happen from day to day, month to month, because of a virus. You don't know if you're going to have a lockdown next month. You don't know if it's going to explode. So 2021, I have a lot of wonderful things coming coming into play, and I will be announcing them all on Facebook. So the best thing for you to do is just connect with me on Facebook under Beverly Brown, and that'll definitely connect me, put me in line to put you into everything that I'm going to do.
You're fantastic. What a great guest. It was so nice just to sit down and talk with you and hear a little bit about, the vision you have going forward to make it a better day for someone in 2021. So again, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Danielle. And you know how much I love you. And I just want people to know, and I know you're saying this is what I'm saying, but I just want to say I just look up to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're such a fighter. We just talked about you. I mean, I saw when the cancer struck you 2 years ago, and what you looked at that time, and now I'm looking at you, looking beautiful, gorgeous, and I know it's been a battle for you. So I want to commend you for doing what you do and making the videos to show people that there is a positive part of what it is that you have to do when you're fighting the battle of cancer, and you're wearing it perfectly.
Oh, thank you, and I know we're the same color.
We could have even staged
I know.
this
This has been a great show. I thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel, Community Link AZ. Again, please subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Her name is Beverly Brown. Connect with her on all social media platforms. I'll see you next week when I have another guest. But until then, make it a great day and take care.
All right. Bye, everybody, and happy holidays.